Hey everyone, I'm back with another video, but unfortunately I'm not recording this video outside. It's just too hot and humid, so I'm back in the house to do this with the boring white background. Yeah. So today's video is about an insight on a major astrological transit that happened in June. So this major planetary transit refers to Jupiter in Cancer. Yeah. So FYI, Jupiter takes 12 years to complete one full orbit around the sun. It spends 1 year in each zodiac sign. So there are 12 zodiac signs. Jupiter spends 1 year in each sign. So 12 signs, hence 12 years to make one full orbit around the sun. So Jupiter was in Gemini for 1 year. And then on 9th of June 2025, it moved from Gemini to Cancer and will be in Cancer until 30th June 2026. Yeah. So what is the significance of this major planetary transit and how does it impact us? Well, firstly, Jupiter is the planet of expansion, optimism, and abundance. It is known to be the bringer of good luck, bringer of positivity, exploration, travel, growth, learning, and wisdom. So all those qualities, characteristics, and energies that I've just mentioned, Jupiter expands that. So Jupiter is the expander. Yeah. So astrologers love Jupiter planet, and so do I, because who wouldn't love optimism, blessings, and abundance? Yeah. Now, for the zodiac Cancer, it symbolizes care, nurturing, very maternal energy. It loves to connect with others through inclusion. It likes to create and have a sense of belonging through the home, family, and community. The Cancerian energy is very much related to the heart, to the emotions. Yeah. So with Jupiter in Cancer for the next 12 months, so we are expected to see expansions and blessings in emotional well-being, in love, in fertility, real estate, and even health. So not only physical health, but mental and emotional health as well. Now, since the Cancerian energy relates to home and family, so we may have a greater urge to connect with family, perhaps spending, a stronger need to nest at home, spending more time at home with family. This major transit may also impact some people, moving into a new home, or they would do some refurbishment, renovations, or relocating either outstation or abroad. Or there are some people who are living away from home. With this major transit, they may find themselves relocating back to their home country. So that is a possibility as well. Or they make relocating to another destination, which they will call it home. So so that could be another one, another possibility. So we will see an increase in connections with family and family of frequency. That means your soul tribe. So when we mention family, so it's not only blood family, but it could be your family of frequency, your soul tribe, people that you resonate with on a soul level. And more often than not, it's of a different frequency level, higher frequency. Yeah. Now, Jupiter in Cancer is expected to bring people to connect with sacred sites in some parts of the world or bring people to dive deeper into their ancestry. So they may feel inclined to do ancestral healing, to do inner child healing, healing their shadow aspects, particularly tendencies or inherited traits, uh, break generational patterns that don't serve them well so that they can heal and then higher and abundant ancestry gifts will emerge in the bloodline. Yeah. Or for some people, they could have a greater interest, deeper interest in indigenous wisdom. So, and that means getting in touch with their indigenous roots, reconnecting with their ancestral land, reconnecting with the wisdom of their ancestral tribes and so on. Yeah. Now, the ruling planet of Cancer is the moon. And so with Jupiter in Cancer, we may feel the desire to connect with the moon. It's the lunar cycle, and that helps us, especially for women, to reconnect with our feminine wisdom and our feminine cycle. Yeah. So depending on where Cancer is located in your natal chart, which house. So we have 12 houses in our birth chart, and each house represent an area of your life. So there is a house related to family, to communications, to your self-worth, to money, to your career, to your connections with community and friends, or there could be a house related, there is a house related to relationships, uh, external resources, and so on. So depending on where Cancer is located in which house, Jupiter is expected to bring good things to those areas. Now, but also bear in mind when we say Jupiter, uh, just bear in mind that Jupiter, while on one hand expands optimism, blessings, and abundance, it also expands the opposite, expands the negatives. So if you have been pouring into something, say a particular area of your life, out of fear, avoidance, or insecurity, then Jupiter is likely to expand that as well. So I think it's worthwhile to find out where Cancer is located in which house, and then check in with yourself to see if that particular area in your life, are you fearing something? Are you doing something that is out of fear, out of avoidance or insecurity? Then I think it's worthwhile to start healing in those areas, yeah, so that Jupiter can bring out more of blessings and abundance rather than bringing out more of the negatives. Yeah. So we are called to let the heart lead the way for expansion. But it's not but we have to ensure that it is not a reckless or irresponsible expansion. In fact, the planet Saturn is likely to remind us to have a grounded expansion, making sure that whatever that we're trying to expand in our life, while on one hand, yes, we want to bring in more optimism, blessings, and abundance, just we got to ensure on the other hand that there are some checks and balances as well. But basically, all in all, for this next 1 year, we are called to tune into our heart. Okay, let the heart lead the way. So get in touch with your intuition, with your emotions. Go with your intuitive hits, even if it's illogical to others, even if it's illogical to the collective understanding or the way the collective works. All right. What do I mean by intuitive hits? So maybe there are some actions, choices, or decisions that that you feel so aligned in your heart, that deep in your heart. It's a very deep sense of knowing that is right for you. It may not be right for others, or it may not be logical to others, but it feels so right to you. Okay, it feels so aligned. That is your intuitive hit. That is what your intuition is trying to tell you, that that particular thing or that particular choice or action is as per alignment with your soul. Yeah. You are also called to nurture yourself through a default self-care practice. So I think it's worthwhile for this next 1 year to figure out what works well for you. So create your own self-care practice. And the more you take care of yourself, then you'll be able to know how to nurture and support others too. Yeah. And during this major transit, take the opportunity to define what abundance means to you. So abundance is not necessarily just money, but perhaps you are more aligned with abundance in good health. Or perhaps you feel you would like to have more an abundance of love, or an abundance of freedom, empowerment, an abundance of a certain lifestyle. Okay, so take this opportunity to define what that abundance means to you. Now, define it from the heart, not define it from the mind. Yeah, so define it from a soul level. Okay, understanding understand it, accept it, okay, and then pursue it from your heart, because this will then give you greater meaning, deeper meaning to your goals in those particular areas. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to dive deep, okay, and align with these major transits, not only Jupiter in Cancer, but also Saturn in Aries, all right? Because Jupiter in Cancer, it will be a 1 year transit, whereas Saturn in Aries will be for the next 3 years. So for the next 1 to 3 years, we feel like you want to work with these major transits, align yourself with these transits, and find out how these are impacting you now and over the next 3 years. See where these frequencies are showing up and activating your chart. Okay, you can work with me through evolutionary soul reading. So through this deep dive of your natal chart, okay, you can then take steps to properly start building your dreams for real, rooted in truth, no more fluffing around. Yeah. Okay. And work through those fears, resistance, and growing pains with courage, as well as nurture expansion, blessings, and abundance in certain areas of your life, right? And also to review and rebuild your foundation so that your foundations can support long-term growth and expansion sustainably, because we're not trying to be a flash in the pan. We're looking at 1 to 3 years and even longer than that. So if your current foundations are not strong enough to support that long-term growth, then it's not going to work. So all that actually can be seen in your birth chart. And through this evolutionary soul reading, we will also look at your major archetypes patterns, because from the archetype, that means the characteristics traits, this is where you will know uh, which energy frequencies to harness, and also how to heal certain shadow traits that could be holding you back. Yeah. All right. So yeah, this evolutionary soul reading, the word evolutionary means to evolve. So to evolve your soul, because that is our soul purpose in this lifetime. All right. So this is a written reading. It's about approximately 10 pages. And this document is yours to keep. So you can refer to it as often as you like for the next 1 to 3 years. And also, this offering includes a private one-to-one Zoom session with me for personalized guidance based on the document, based on your chart. Yeah. So if you feel called to it, and if you like to have more information about evolutionary soul reading, so do get in touch with me, message me, to book your reading or to ask any questions. Yeah. Okay. So I've spoken on YouTube about Saturn in the Aries, and I've also written some posts on Instagram about that. I've also done the same with this Jupiter in Cancer. The next astrological transit that I will also publish will be Uranus in Gemini. That is a 7 to 8 year transit. Yeah. Other than that, of course, you have your normal astrological cycles and minor transits, and then here and there we've got the eclipses. I won't go into so deep into that. Yeah, but the next couple of videos, who knows, I may share more on personal growth, more spirituality, whatever it is, feel free to share. And if you haven't subscribed, do click on the subscribe button. And until next time, take care. Bye for now.